I just had a conversation with one of the other therapists here, and I was going to wait until I got back home in front of my main camera to make the video, but before I forget, I decided to make it now. So I'm going to take this off. We were talking about cannabis, of course, like we do, and how everything so far that the government has ever said about cannabis has been false. They've lied, misdirected, anything they can to get out of actually saying that, oh yes, it's good for you and it's natural and it cures all this stuff. So they've been lying from that. And it started me thinking, this is what I was talking to him about, that I have to go back and rethink everything that the government has told me. I don't want to, put this too out of proportion, but when a government is lying to you at that level, I kind of feel compelled to look at everything again. I mean, right back to the basics. And in the conversation, I had used the food pyramid as an example, because it says you're supposed to have this many servings of grain a day, and it's, I believe, if I remember right, a pretty large portion of grain a day. And I'm thinking, this, throughout history, was it normal for us to eat that much grain? More than likely not. So I was going over that, and I got onto milk, and I had been on a raw milk kick. I never actually got any, and I've never actually tried it, but I had done a lot of research into it, and it turns out that the government, in just another cursory search, of course the government's been lying about that as well, saying how many diseases raw milk carries, and you're more likely to get bacterial infections and die from non-pasteurized milk than any other. And as I've been reading the research, it's exactly the opposite. You're more likely to get a disease or be poisoned from pasteurized, homogenized milk from a factory than raw milk would ever give you. So you're more likely to get sick from store-bought milk than from raw milk straight from the cow. Even after it's been sitting out, apparently it has a lot of enzymes that protect it, and the bacteria in it is good bacteria, which protects it from the bad bacteria. On and on. And then, of course, I got to the point where I was thinking, weed-fed cows. Cannabis-fed cows. Since cannabinoids are in breast milk in humans naturally, I thought, man, would that be a perfect mixture? Cannabinoids or cannabis and cows. Although I have since discovered that actually goat's milk is closer to human milk, and it's a lot better for you, and which makes it kind of, I'm no longer able to say goat herders in the middle of the desert as some sort of derogatory comment. Goat herding, apparently, and having goat's milk is the way to go and extremely healthy. So I'm imagining that that's why, if you have some, or where you imagine or see on the news where there's a Middle Eastern person that has an AK-47 on his shoulder and a rocket launch, and there's always a goat somewhere, it's because they know what the fuck they're eating. They're healthier. I don't know. I'm just going to that, a little comic relief. So my next passion, and I'm probably going to be doing more videos on this, and I just wanted to get it out there, as I'm slightly manic and still working, and I needed to get this out of my face before I forgot and get it out there. Raw milk. What do you guys think about it? And what do you think about the laws that corporations are having passed through the political arena preventing you and I, regular old schmoes, from buying and drinking raw milk. I would love to get your feedback on that part of my search for optimum health in nature. Thanks for listening. Peace.